Welcome back to another video, everybody. Today we're going to be doing a very cold ride on the motorized bicycle. You can tell it's actually very lightly snowing. Wasn't supposed to today, so hopefully it'll stop. As you can see, I have the F2 thruster, or F2 thrust, whatever you want to call it, installed on the bike. And I still gotta get some zip ties for that part right there to hold the pipe on, but it's pretty much good. I rechined the C-clip in the carburetor. Hopefully that'll help it run better. I got that tip from a YouTuber named LA Hover. Go check his channel out. Great motorized bike YouTuber. He does a lot of fun, cool stuff, and you can learn a lot about motorized bikes if you watch his channel. I'll leave his channel link in the description below. But I'm gonna be just going for probably a short ride because it's pretty cold, and we'll see how the richer carburetor will run with this new exhaust. So, see you guys on the ride. Okay guys, so I'm gonna start it up now. I have the choke on and the fuel on. Gotta make sure my leg doesn't touch the exhaust though, because it gets hot. That's the new exhaust. Okay, here we go. Okay guys, that was not good. Almost nothing but 4-stroking, which is bad for 2-stroke engines. Just turn the fuel off. What I'm going to do is a little roadside repair. Go over to the gazebo thing over here and move the C-clip 2 up, which would be 2 leaner. I've been told that I might need a larger jet. Not riding over this ice. That is just solid ice. Also seems I need to grease my bucking bar again. I'll do that when I'm done with the ride, but actually, hold on. So I can actually I always bring some spare tools just in case anything like this happens. Taking the gloves off, can't touch anything without taking them off. Always bring my Leatherman. Great tool if you guys have motorized bikes and work on them a lot. And I'm actually gonna go to the other side, but I need to open up the carburetor again. There we go. Just one turn. That's all. You see, it just kind of unscrews like that. That was a lot of 4-stroking, and that was very bad. That's the worst I've ever had it running with this exhaust. Or the worst I've ever had it running, period. Exhaust sounds good though, gives a lot better acceleration. So, if you open this up, oops, don't want to drop that. There is I don't think I dropped anything, I didn't. There's a little clip right here. You can see the middle is middle of lean and rich. Air fuel mixture for the engine, and I have it on a little bit richer because I was told, or I heard, that if your bike is not running well, you can make it richer, but if your bike is 4-stroking, you should make it leaner. So I have it not on the middle, but the one right above the middle, which is slightly leaner than the factory mixture. And what I'm probably going to have to do is get a larger jet and make it and keep it leaner. That's probably what I'm going to have to do, and I screwed that up. I'm supposed to put the needle first, and then put this guy on, the washer. So you're going to take your cover here and thread it back through here, and sorry about the bike, it's very dirty. I've been riding and the roads have been salted, and it kind of just makes everything dirty. By summertime, I'll clean it up, maybe even get some paint wax or something, make it shiny. So that's good, and you can see there's a slit here, and that matches up. There's a little pin on the inside of the carburetor, and that has to line up in the same spot, otherwise it's not going to go in, and it has to go all the way in like that. Once it's all the way in, you can pull the little top out, make it a little easier to screw in, and just basically screw it in. There we go. Now it's threading. Okay, that's it. You can put that back in and make sure to tighten it up really good. You don't want your carburetor to have an air leak. Clockwise is tighter, so just try to turn it clockwise. Unfortunately, that's not really working for me. My fuel line is in the way. Okay, that's as tight as I can get it. It's not coming loose. I also notice here that the exhaust is still pretty hot. It's warm. The thing I have here, which is basically just a hose clamp and a little exhaust holder for the stock exhaust. You want to make sure you have something on the F2 thruster, because the bike I actually have, the engine doesn't use studs, it uses Allen screws, so it's not really a big problem. It's not really gonna bend those, but if your bike has studs, it can bend the studs and make it impossible to take off, and impossible to put any exhaust or anything on. So you want to make sure you slow these vibrations, get something really nice and tight. This is not a good solution. If you do the same thing I'm doing here, I suggest getting either multiple hose clamps to go on multiple ways, or if your frame is not as high as mine is, just make it go to the frame, because this will slide down. Then that'll make this slide down and it won't really work too well. But I'm basically just going to pack up here. Always bring your tools. So if you, even though I'm not far from home, I don't want to start all over again, I can just pull over, do my work, and put my stuff away and keep riding. I always suggest to bring some sort of multi-tool, a spark plug tool, and maybe some electrical tape or sealing tape in case you get an air leak on the road, or you need to seal a tire tube. Not permanently, because the tube is not going to work. But let's get back on the ride. Excuse my sniffling. It's very cold outside, and my mask was not pulled up. My face mask. As you guys can see, I also got some new cosmetics on turn signal, brake light, and it's hooked up to the rear brake. So when I press the brake, the rear brake light goes on. Turn signal right here, left and right. Got a mirror and a very bright headlight. Kind of want to make the bike as legal as I can and as safe as I can. So that's why I did that. The bike shouldn't need choke, it was just running. I will, after the video, I'll make sure to grease my bucking bar and my clutch gears. They are squeaking quite a bit. I'll make sure my rack's not hitting my tire. Okay, that's good. GoPro's still rolling. I'm gonna go ahead and start her up again. Hopefully with the leaner it won't be 4-stroking anymore. Might not idle as well though. I guess I do need choke. He's loud. is too slippery today. There's too much ice. I'll go a different way. So as you guys can see, it idles terribly. It's either idling way too high, sometimes it doesn't idle at all, and it'll want to die. And no, I don't have an air leak, even though you do see all the tape there, it is sealed. Just had my stock exhaust on the bike, and it was idling fine, perfectly actually. And well, since I moved the clip up, pretty much no more force stroking. I will note one thing. Last time I got gas, and I do manually take the ethanol out. And last time I got gas, I accidentally got 87. When I took the ethanol out, it's probably about 84, 85 octane in there with oil, and all the backfiring is, I'm going to say 90% is from the gas, because the lower octane gas is not really meant to go in these engines. It can, but I've seen many videos of people who put 93 in. It's fast, it runs great, and I've seen videos where people put 87 in and it backfires and pops and even shoots flames sometimes. So I am going to have to dump out my gas can and get 93, and I'll be able to mix the gas with the 93 gas with the oil, and I'll let you guys know. I'll probably make a video with the 93, just making sure, because this thing gets closer to the tire every time I ride, and I have to tighten it. But this thing stayed this time, which is good. I'll turn the fuel off. If you guys are wondering the exact engine, this is the Motos 66cc. They say it's 80cc, it's really 66. 32 tooth sprocket, I believe. Soon getting a 40 tooth with the sprocket adapter. And the Bike Berry Racing F2 thruster pipe, which is not really making the bike run well. It's very loud as well. So I'm gonna get a muffler on it eventually, and I'm also eventually gonna get a jet kit for the NT speed carb, just so I can have the bike running perfectly, sounding perfectly, and with the new exhaust it'll actually have more power if I tune it correctly. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.